Hey, people of the interweb. I should probably close the door. Hello. It is moi, Lennon. If you didn't know that now, you know now. It's been a while since I've actually done a video, and I actually didn't know what I was going to do today, so I decided, hey, let's just talk. A lot of things have been happening in my life lately, so I was just like, well, it's been over a month since I posted a video, and a lot has changed in my life. So, well, not like major changes, but some things interesting about my life that you may or may not want to know, but I'm gonna tell you anyway, so if you don't want to know, then you can stop watching this, but you probably should keep watching this because I'm a very entertaining person. Right now it seems like I'm not a very entertaining person because I'm just rambling on and I sound really boring, but anyway, you know, yeah. So, let's get to it. Interesting things in my life. Yeah, well, I recently got a second piercing on my ear. That's 4. But I got a second piercing on my ear. As you can see, not that you guys ever really actually do see my ears, but I had, where my hoops are, I had that already. And then these crosses, I got pierced about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, these are the crosses that I put in, and I've got my little ear care Claire's. I got them pierced at Claire's. I don't care if I'm 30 and I'm getting piercings, I will go to Claire's. Because Claire's. But yeah, so I got crosses on each side, and my younger sister Megan also got a second piercing too, and they are also crosses like these. There's a little girl riding her bike outside, and she's like staring into my window at me right now, and she's really creepy. But anyway, hello? Can I help you? Oh my god, she just looked at me like I was nuts. But I kinda am, but whatevs. Oh my god, go away! So my dad, this was actually this weekend. My dad went to Nashville this weekend for work. Nashville, Tennessee. And he actually came back and he said that he had a surprise for me. Well, he told my mom and my little sister about it, and my stepmom too. And apparently it was like so amazing, like I was gonna be so happy about it. I'm like, what could it be, what could it be? And I just couldn't figure out what it could be. Well then this morning, I was sitting there just on my phone or whatever, and he comes in and he's got the surprise for me. Well, he also had my little sister Megan's stuff in his hand too. He handed that to her. She got a t-shirt and a pair of sunglasses, and I'm like, okay, cool. Here comes my surprise. And I'm like getting all excited. I'm like, ooh, yay. And it comes up. And it's this purse. And I'm like, that was what you made a big deal about? Like, I love the thought and all. Yay, that's cool, a purse. But really, you got me so excited and you got me a purse. And then he sets it down. And what do I see on the front? I see the word Polaroid. And immediately I go, like, that is what's going through my head. Like, I got so excited. And I open it up. And it's a Polaroid camera, guys. I have been wanting one of these for so long. I mean, it's black and it's pretty boring. But it's a Polaroid camera. And it's so amazing. Little settings on the back. And it says, I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you guys see that? There's a really bad glare. Anyway, if you can see that. The blue, so it's got this little thing up here at the top. Oh, that's upside down. There. So it's got house, which is like when it's dark. Then it's got cloudy, and this just kind of follows you, so like when it's shady. And then it's got fair, and then it's got really bright, or clear. And so, of course, this morning it was dark out, so I put it on the house setting. And I go out there, and I'm testing it. Well, my stepmom gardens and stuff. And I go out there, and our garden's like completely dead. And I'm like, great, there's nothing cute to take pictures of. And so I'm like, well, here we go. And there was one plant that had sunflowers in it. So I take it, and this pops out. And I'm like, oh, there's no film in it. And I got really sad. And then I was like, well, let's try this again. Maybe that was just like a little setter or whatever. And it was. And so I pull it out, and I'm like, oh, yay, look at this. And then I'm like sitting inside, and it had been like 5 minutes. I'm like, why isn't it doing anything? And so then I pick it up, and my brother was sitting across the table from me, Tyler, and he was like, turning around, I was like, oh, let's see. I took this photo, guys. Like, can we just take a moment and realize I took this photo? And it came with this cute little purse and the instruction manual and everything that I actually read because I read it. And yeah, I like to know how things work. It's got a little spot for the little camera lens. So like, how... Okay, now I can't get it back in. There we go. And it's got a little spot and just like, oh, that's so cute. I'm a freshman. It's crazy to think that I'm a freshman right now. And so let's check out my grades. How about we do that? Okay, so we have 5 classes, except for on Thursdays. We have advisory, which basically just helps us like get a feel for the school and just helps us with anything that we possibly could need. And that's on Thursdays, so our classes are 10 minutes shorter. As opposed to an hour and 10 minutes, they're just an hour, they're just an hour. And so it's a 30-minute class. It's quite honestly useless. But anyway, so for me, I start my day out with drama. We have 2 buildings. We have a main building and we have a freshman building, but all grades go in between both buildings. But I start my day out in the main building with drama. Drama is such a fun class. We start out the day, usually like in the classroom, we'll watch videos or he'll give a little talk, and then we go over to the auditorium in the main campus, and there are these 2 kids in that class who have created these characters called the Beach Cops. So like, it could be like a party that everybody's sitting there talking about the meaning of life, and they'll go, Beach Cops! Like, put your hands in the air! And like, it gets all serious, and like, it's just so funny, and I gotta tell you how much I love that class. And it is probably my favorite class of the day. Sorry to the rest of my teachers, even though you probably still aren't watching this, but anyway, I'm sorry to you. Not sorry. But I love that class. So my grade in there is an A-. So that's pretty good. So then from there, I go to the freshman campus for world history, and I don't like it. Sorry to all of you people who do like history. I like U.S. history instead. And my teacher is usually never in the classroom because we have a student teacher in there. And he is a little more exciting than my actual teacher, but they're both very boring because they are very monotone. And when I say monotone, they are extremely monotone. And it's really boring. And then from there, I go back to the freshman campus for Spanish 1. Spanish 1... Oh, I didn't tell you what I have in world history. I have a C+ in world history, by the way. And that is probably... That would be because I got a C on our last unit test. Yep. But it's only halfway through the try. I can bump that up. Spanish, I met my friend in there. She and I have become actually really close. We come over to each other's houses a lot, even though we're only 6 weeks into the school year. I feel like we've been friends for a long time. We know a lot about each other already. Spanish is going somewhat good. I took 4 years of it in elementary school, so I kind of got a little bit of something under my belt, but, so, it's coming. There's some sort of quiz or test in there, at least twice a week, but I'm just getting through it. So yeah. From there, I go back to the freshman campus for lunch. If you can see a pattern, there is no class that I stay in the same building for. I'm literally back and forth in between every class. From there, I go to lunch. Lunch is okay. They got lunch, yeah. But then from there, I go back to the main campus for Introduction to Creative Writing, and this class is actually pretty fun. We started the day with, oh, did I say what I have in Spanish? I have a B in Spanish. I keep forgetting to tell you guys what I have in Spanish, or what I have in these classes. And that's actually not pretty bad. I'm good with the B. And so that class, basically, we started the year out writing autobiographies. Mine was 8 pages, and it was actually pretty good. I got a really decent grade on it. And actually, we just finished Tall Tales. And I gotta tell you, writing a tall tale was so difficult. Mine was about some girl that goes off, leaves her little village, touches a tree, starts glowing, and then she can magically fly, and she has super strength, and she can save this little village from this burglar by throwing watermelons at him. I don't know. I was watching iCarly when I was writing this. So we're just gonna keep going. And I have an A minus in that class, and fun fact, we're starting 1-act plays. From there, I go back to the freshman campus for earth science, and that is how I end my day. And I'm not a very science person, and we basically talk about rocks and minerals in there. I don't know why I'm going so fast. But we talk about rocks and minerals in there, and my teacher gets really, really giddy about it, and I'm just like, dude, really? Because when I'm walking down the street, I'm gonna go, oh, look at that rock! Oh, how pretty! Let me take it home and figure out what kind of rock this is. No, I don't. I just keep walking down the sidewalk. If it's a pretty rock, I'll pick it up and take it home. The end. I'm not gonna sit here and diffuse and figure out what kind of rock it is. But yeah, I have a C+ in there. Wow, okay, why? I have a C+ in there because I got a D on our unit test. That would be why. But I'm at least not failing any of my classes, so that is something good to say. I really hope that you guys like this video, and I know that I rambled on for a long time, and yeah, but I just wanted to catch up since it had been a while. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Adios, muchachos!